Triple net property for sale. 5 reasons to buy. Property ownership is highly profitable and you don't want to be left behind. But there are some basic factors you must consider before committing your money for a purchase. One of these factors is the type of lease associated with the property. What options are available? The 3 options available are single net, double net, and triple net. Understand that there are 3 major expenses associated with properties. These are taxes to the local and national government, insurance to caution against unforeseen events, maintenance costs to keep the property habitable and improve its standards. There are 3 nets in real estate terminology. What does it mean for the landlord and tenant? So, for single net property, the tenant covers only these expenses, say taxes. Remember, that's on top of monthly rent they pay. As for double net property, the tenant is required to take care of 2 of the above mentioned expenses. In addition to monthly rent, for instance, the agreement may be that the tenant is responsible for taxes and insurance. The triple net agreement is perhaps the best since the tenant agrees to pay taxes and insurance as well as cover any maintenance cost. It's preferred lease type for retail stores, gas stations, restaurants, and such like businesses. 5 reasons to buy a triple net property. With such facts, you can now see why it's good not to hesitate whenever you see a triple net property for sale. Here are 5 more reasons why triple net properties are a great option. Number 1, little or no owner responsibilities. Once a tenant leases the property, they'll be responsible for all maintenance needs for the property. You'll need to be contracted for minor repairs as it's characteristics of many properties out there. In addition to that, the tenant is in charge of communicating with the relevant authorities regarding payment or non-payment of taxes. And the same is true for insurance premiums. No more pressure on you to beat the usually tight deadlines. Number 2, steady and predictable income. As an owner of a triple net property, you receive a flat rent on a monthly basis or any other agreed period. The entire rent goes into your pocket. You don't have to allocate part of the rent to taxes, insurance, or other maintenance emergencies. As such, you can focus your rental income for 1 year or so and be able to make solid financial plans. This may prove a bit difficult if your net monthly income unpredictably fluctuates from month to month. Number 3, no worrying about vacancies. With short-term leases, the landlord is always worried about tenants vacating the property and leaving it vacant. If the location of the property and time of the year aren't in your favor, the property can remain vacant for several months or years. This means lots of rental income for that period. The property remains vacant. But with triple net property, the lease is usually long term, usually 10 or more years. This gives you such a peace of mind to know that your property isn't feeling vacant anytime soon. You can sell the property at any time. Suppose a moneyed buyer sets an eye on your property and declares interest, but the lease agreement hasn't expired. With triple net property, you don't have to wait until the expiration date so that you can transfer ownership of the building to another person. You can immediately sell your property as long as the buyer agrees to maintain your initial agreement with the tenant. This way, you can greatly benefit with the right opportunity arises. And as a majority agree, opportunity knocks once at every man's door. Number 5, easy accounting. Owning a triple net property is fairly uncomplicated in regarding into accounting. As you receive the rent and you keep the whole amount. If you were to receive the rent and then start making deduction for insurance, taxes, and a contingency fund for unseen maintenance needs, it will be mentally tasking you or your accountant. Have you spotted a triple net property for sale? In case you spotted a triple net property for sale, you now have valid reasons to make the purchase decision. And once you have full ownership, look for a good tenant who can guarantee timely payment of rent. A good starting point is a nationally known cooperation with regional franchises. Even if businesses take some time to pick for your specific tenant, the parent company chips in to ensure the rent is fully paid on time.